The girl that y'all subscribe to, she look good. She look good at all times. Look at her.
What's up guys, Brytanni here and welcome back to my little corner. The last time y'all saw me here I was giving some NCCU / college advice. So I'm back in the corner with my girl Marilyn, and today is gonna be my coming out story. This was actually requested by one of my subscribers, so shout out to you girl, I'm doing this for you. But of course I'm pretty sure anybody would like to know you know, how people came out to their parents. And so if you are new to my channel and you do not know me, welcome first of all, and I'm super glad that you guys came and that you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all the notifications and the videos that I do post, because I'm sort of kind of on an everyday posting type of schedule. If not, I post at least 3 or 4 times a week. So yeah. If you're new to my channel, you may not know, but I am a part of the LGBT community. I do classify myself as bisexual. I have been into boys just about my whole life. My last real boyfriend was probably about 5th grade, and in high school I was just kind of like in situationships with a bunch of different guys or whatever, but I hadn't had a boyfriend since 7th grade, literally. If I said 5th grade before, I didn't mean 5th grade, I meant 7th grade. Basically just gonna get into our story of how I came out to my parents. This is gonna be, I'm gonna try my best to not make it long, but I wanted to include all the facts for you guys. I wanted to include like my first encounter with a girl, my first girlfriends, whatever the case may be, and then of course leading up to who I'm with now, which is Brianna, and how we met and how our relationship's going and all that stuff. So let's get right into it. So I first figured out that I had a thing for girls. I'm not even gonna say that I liked girls, but I first figured out that I had a thing for girls when I was in 7th grade. My best friend at the time, she lived up the street from me. She showed me her friend. Her friend was Atia. Atia, thinking, well, she's Alexis' friend, I guess she could be my friend, you know, I need new friends anyways, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. So it was one day that the day that I met Atia, I had rode the bus with Alexis. We went to the same school, but because we were in different parts of the neighborhood, we got picked up by different buses. But I decided to ride the bus with her that morning, so I can meet Atia, so we can hang out later. So literally, we rode the bus together, whatever, you know, we met, yada yada. And so when I saw Alexis either later that day or whatever the case may be, she basically told me that Atia liked me. And so I was like, I don't really remember, you know, what actually went through my head when she told me that and stuff, but I wasn't like disgusted by it. You know, like usually like heterosexual people are usually kind of like weirded out. Like if you hear like, oh, this girl like you, you're like, what? Well, let her know I don't like girls. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really like that. I don't recall being like that. I don't even remember what my expression was. So that could probably show you a sign there. So like I said, did my channel just turn by itself? It did, because I don't have a remote. What the fuck? Oh my. Yeah, so she told me that Atia liked me, but I didn't really back off from that. So moving on, me, Atia, and Alexis were all at Alexis's house for like a little sleepover type thing. And basically we just kind of ended up doing stuff. Like we were sitting beside each other. We were like holding hands, flirting, you know, touchy-feely type of thing. And I believe that night we ended up kissing. And from there, the rest is kind of history. Me and Atia's relationship was very rocky. We were on and off for about 2-3 years, maybe. Like I didn't stop officially messing with her until my sophomore year of high school. And we met my 7th grade year of middle school. So that kind of tells you how long we kind of messed with each other. Like, and to reiterate, me and Tia lived in the same neighborhood, so it wasn't hard for us to see each other and things of that sort. So to get into my coming out story, I came out with Tia, of course, but it wasn't great. It wasn't like a, oh, I'm gonna tell my parents that I'm gay type of thing. It was kind of like I had no choice but to tell her type of thing. So let's get into that, because I'm pretty sure that's what y'all are waiting for. So it was one night that me and Tia, it was actually the night that we met, to be real. When we were at Alexis's house, she gave me the hugest hickey. At the time, I didn't know what hickeys were, because I wasn't like a sexually active girl in 7th grade. I was just I kind of pecked guys, and that was probably about it. Like, the most action I had was like a tongue kiss with my boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? So, she was just sucking on my neck, so I didn't know it gave a hickey. So she like finished, like she was done, and she got off of me, and she was like, oh my gosh. And so like she was already extra, so I was like, oh my god, like what is it? Like, you know, but stop playing with me, like don't do that, it's not funny, blah blah blah. And she's like, oh my god, go look at your neck, go look at your neck. I'm like, what is it? Like, what did you do? And she's like, just go look at it. And I saw it, y'all. This wasn't like no small little hickey, like, you know, your first hickey is small and red, or, you know, no. This shit was big as, and it was purple. And I'm like, girl, like, are you kidding me? I'm light skinned already. I bruise easily already. And you gonna give me this big ass hickey? You, like, and it's not like it was like, you know, at the side up there or something where, you know, my hair can cover it. No, it was like right here. Like right here, just munching right here. So it's like, if I'm looking at you, you would be able to see it. It was huge, you guys, like, so huge. I didn't have any weave at the time, like, so my hair, I mean, it was probably about the length it is now, but it was probably way thinner, you know what I'm saying? Or even if not, I used to wear my hair curly a lot in middle school as well, so it was probably just short and just, you could just see my whole neck, to be real. And so, this was over the, was it over the summer? It was probably closer towards the summer. It was hot, so we weren't wearing jackets and stuff all the time. And so, my mom, I had it for a couple of days before my mom had found out that I had it. But as soon as I did, like me going in the house and stuff, I was like wearing jackets, wearing scarves, well not wearing scarves, but wearing jackets and stuff, and tying them up and all that kind of stuff, and just, I was like, are you cold? Like, what's going on? You know, like, do I need to turn the heat on? Like, are you cold? What's the problem? And I was like, yeah, it's okay, whatever, whatever. So I think that day, I probably took a nap or something to try to like just stay away from my mom. So that night, she actually dropped me off back at Alexis' house, and we were talking. I was like talking to her through her window, but I had my jacket on, and it was dark. So like, I didn't take into consideration all that stuff, and so I was thinking in my head like, well, I just talked to my mama and she didn't see nothing, so I guess I'm off the hook. Dumbest mistake in my life, because the next day, me and my mom went somewhere. Like I said, it was hot, so we didn't really need to wear jackets and stuff. So my dumb ass, let me tell y'all, this is the beginning of the coming out story. So, I, with my hickey, my huge hickey, put on a white v-neck, and sat in the front seat with my mom, and thought everything was gonna be cool. Yo, when I say before we even left the driveway, she said, Brittany, what is that on your neck? I said, what are you talking about? She's like, that on your neck. And so, the last person my mom knew about me dating was my boyfriend at the time. We weren't together anymore, but my boyfriend, that was the last person she knew about. And so, I had saw him, I told her that I was meeting up with him and some other friends at like one of these away football games. And so that was like the day before, because that all happened the night that we were, you know, I was with Tia. And so, I didn't want to tell her, like, oh, he gave it to me, because then she's going to think that I was being fast and that I done had sex and all this other stuff. So I just knew it was so better for me. I don't even think I lied. I was going to say that I think I burned myself, but I think I don't even think I said that. I think I just went flat out and said, Tia. And she was like, that girl you been bringing in my house? You brought that girl in my house and she been sucking on your neck and y'all together and you lying to me? Like, my mom spazzed on me, like, for real. Like, I don't even think I stopped. She said, you can't see Alexis. You can't hang out with her. You can't hang out with, like, you go to school. You come straight home. You gotta do no extracurricular activities. Like, my mom spazzed on me, y'all. Y'all have to remember, I was in middle school. And, like, a lot of the time, people find themselves and find out that they're gay and all that stuff in middle school. But it was like, my mom just knew that I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's I don't know. She just didn't like it at all. Like, she really didn't. Like, I was grounded for the longest. I didn't have no phone, no laptop. I honestly think she took the doors off my hinges. Like, I mean, yeah, the hinges off my door or something like that. Like, I didn't have a door in my room, like, at all. Like, on some shit, like, for real, y'all. Like, it was so bad. Like, and I don't even think she was more so mad about the fact that I had a hickey or that it was from a girl. She was mad at the fact that I brought Tia in our house. And I'm over here telling her, like, yeah, this is just my friend, and whole while we could have been upstairs fucking or something. Like, we wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't do that or whatever. But Tia spent the night before. She's stayed over the house. She's met my mom. She's met my family. Not my family, but like my sister, my brother, you know, just that kind of thing. So it's like, if you are a parent and your daughter comes in the house saying, yeah, like, this is my best friend, and then you find out her best friend gave her a hickey, you know what I'm saying? Like, it makes you think, one, she peer pressured her, so she already don't like her. So she thought Tia peer pressured me. She thought she was making me do stuff I didn't want to do. She was just saying, like, how could you lie and say, like, you know, that's your best friend, you invite her in the house and things like that. So, you know, it was just the respect of it. And so I think that's more so why she was mad, rather than even the fact that it was a girl. Because if it was just a girl, if I would have been like, Mom, I think I like girls, she would have just been on some, well, Brittany, are you sure type of thing. But because I lied to her and, you know, did all this extra stuff, bringing her in the house and all this stuff, and we could have been doing who knows what, I think that's why she was more so mad. So my coming out story was definitely, I'm not even going to say it was a coming out story. It was just, I was kind of forced to tell her who did it. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? It was either I tell her that it was a girl or I tell her it was Derek. She was going to be mad either way. She's going to be mad because she thought I had sex. She's going to be mad because she thought I had sex. So, like, she thought I had sex with a girl. She thought I had sex with a boy. I mean, a girl. So, it was, like, really no way of going around it. So, I think that's why I went ahead and just told her that, you know, it was a Tia. But that was the first time that me and my mom had ever encountered the whole gay phase thing. I'm not going to say I regret, because I don't ever want to live life regretting anything. But she's definitely one that I have learned a lot about myself from. Like, she's the reason why I'm so paranoid. She's the reason why I have trust issues and all that stuff. And it made it really bad. And that's what really made me say, like, oh, this is a phase. I'm never being gay again type of thing. Just because, like, she never physically hurt me. She never physically put her hands on me. But she mentally drained me and abused me. Like, she just mentally had me so fucked up in the head. Like, this had me thinking all type of, the things she did to me, it was just bad, you guys. Like, and I really don't want to come on here and, like, shame talk her, because we're sort of kind of good friends now. Like, we're not good friends, but we're on good terms now. Like, we follow each other on Snapchat and all that stuff. But she really took a toll on me and the way I treated myself and the rest of my relationships, the things that I accepted in the rest of my relationships. And it was already bad because I had never, all my boyfriends that I had, aside from Bree, cheated on me. Like, every relationship I had cheated on me. So it was like, for me to have gone out of my way to experiment with a girl and actually be with her for that long, and for her to betray me like the way she did and still end up cheating on me and all this other stuff, just made me feel really bad about myself. And it was a really long time where I was just, my self-esteem was low. And it was honestly low probably until maybe a couple of months ago. Like, legit probably until 2018 on some real shit. Like, and it's not even as high as it can be now, but she just really fucked me up. Like, for real, y'all. Like, she messed with my self-esteem, the way I felt about myself, the way I presented myself in my other relationships, the way I let people treat me and have them get away with things. You know, I never really stood up for myself and stuff like that, because she just really hurt me. Like, it was just really a hard time for me to deal with a lot of that stuff. And for me to be so young and it happened to me, you know, it was definitely a lot. And I would say we had a lot of good times, but, like, that relationship was just toxic from the beginning, because all we did was have sex. We never went nowhere. We never, you know, came out to people. We never were, like, out and about, going on dates. I mean, like, and of course we couldn't, because, like I said, we were in middle school. You know, like, what is there for us to do? Neither of us drive. neither of our parents know about us being gay, so you know, it wasn't so much that we could do, but it was just like every time we saw each other, all we did was have sex. So that was definitely not a healthy relationship at all. But like I said, I would never regret it. But moving on, and since then, I had been in situationships with just a bunch of guys. Honestly, they were all guys from the basketball team. So if y'all want a story time on that, let me know below, because that's a whole nother story. But I hadn't been in a relationship since Jada until I got to college. And so now, probably what else you guys have been waiting for is how I met my beautiful 1-year relationship girl. Y'all, I'm so in love. Like, I swear I am. I've never been this in love. I've never been this happy. I've never been this sure with myself, sure about my relationship in a very long time. And I just really hope that, you know, she doesn't go anywhere, because this is really the love of my life. So, baby, if you're watching this, I love you so much. But, yeah, so how I met Bree. Bree was my sister's orientation leader. And so, at the time, I was gonna end up being with Brianna, but they were like, you know, when you're a freshman and they say, like, you can't do that, you kind of listen. But now, if I look back at it, I could have did it because it wouldn't have made a difference. But, we were in different orientation groups, so we got split up. So I was like, maybe it's a good idea, you know, maybe I can, like, meet some friends or something like that with my orientation group. She can meet some friends with hers, whatever the case may be. But we still roomed together. So we had different orientation leaders, and Bree was Brown's orientation leader. And so how it kind of got started, Bree had said she saw me. She claimed she don't remember me from orientation. She was my whole, like, hall RA person. Like, the weekend all the freshmen had came down to school, and we had, like, all these events and the keeping it real stuff. I actually have a video on that, so I'll try to put it here. But yeah, it was that day. I was sitting beside Brianna. She had group meet Brianna. It was just like, yo, is that girl that you're sitting beside, is that your twin that she was talking about? And she was like, yeah. She was like, oh, like, tell her I said what's up. And so at the time, I was like, no, Brianna, like, don't get me started on this gay stuff again. Like, I just got my name out of the clear of being gay. Because, you know, I had just a really bad rep. Not a bad rep, but, like, I had a bad experience of messing with girls. So I was like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I don't really like girls anyways. I never ate coochie, so it was like I wasn't really gay, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, at that point, I was strictly dicky, you know what I'm saying? But so I was like, no, Brianna, don't do that. Like, I don't have time for that, whatever, whatever. So I think Brianna, instead of just telling her no, she just laughed it off. And so, of course, since then, I was like seeing Bree like everywhere, seeing her in the cafe and things of that sort. And so we were flirting, speaking with each other and stuff like that, complimenting each other, whatever the case may be. And so it was one night we were practicing, DHA was practicing for a 1040 at night that we were going to have. And Bree wasn't in DHA, but she knew a lot of people that were in DHA. She had a lot of, like, acquaintances, and her best friend Jazz was in DHA. So she had came down to, like, watch us practice, and we had happened to be on a break. And so she had came over and was talking, and I was just like, oh, hey, you know, like, I remember you, shit like that. And we were talking, just talking about nothing, whatever case may be. I gave in, and I ended up giving her my number, and we had just been texting and talking since. And it's like, Bree's already outgoing. Like, I'm very shy, so Bree's already outgoing, so, like, it kind of helped that we, you know, met, because, like, it was just never awkward, basically what I'm trying to say. Like, it was never awkward between us. Conversation always flowed, whether it was through text or phone. We would always go to sleep on the phone with each other and stuff like that. And so it was pretty interesting because she had claimed, well, I didn't know at the time that she was talking to somebody, but she didn't consider it really, really talking. She just considered it, you know, fucking around with somebody, because, like, the girl was saying, like, oh, I don't like girls, I just like you, type of deal. And so, you know, with Bree actually being gay, and then the girl saying, you know, I just like you, I don't really like girls, Bree didn't take her seriously. And so it was just a lot of drama that happened between that. But basically, me and Bree got together from winter break. Like, since we had started talking to winter break, the girl was, like, hurting Bree, you know, doing shit to make her mad and stuff like that. And I would always just tell her, you know, like, if you're not happy, don't be with her. Or if there's anything you want to talk about, you can always talk about it with me. You know, just always trying to be, like, let her know, like, I do like you. You know what I'm saying? So if you you know, trying to, I think I was just growing to like her. Like, I was just, you know, liking her style, liking her swag, liking the way she came off, liking her game, things of that sort. And so I was like, I was actually trying to give it a try. And for me to be like actually pushing it, knowing that you're quote unquote with this girl, kind of shows that I really did like her. And so it was never no disrespect though, because they were never dating, they were never official, they were never established that they were talking, none of that. They were just fucking around with each other. So I was never being a homewrecker or anything of that sort. Like, me and Bree were already on FaceTime and stuff like that, like all day, every day over winter break. But she had literally told me that her and the girl had saw each other that night and that they were trying to talk it out. And Bree literally told the girl, like, hey, let's just start over. You know, let's have a fresh start and let's do us, blah, blah, blah. And I guess either the girl said no, or Bree found something out about the girl and she didn't want to be interested in that no more, whatever. But either way, Bree told me. She told me that she literally, this was December 17th, she told me that she literally was trying to get back with that girl. But whatever happened in Atlanta unattracted Bree from her, and I'd say by the time we got back to school, we were like kind of officially talking type thing. Like, February 25th, she asked me out when we were at the movies. And our first couple of months were definitely not the best at all. Like, that girl was still in the picture. It took forever for her to get out the picture. I mean, with all of that happening, with me getting in a relationship with Bree, and yet again me sacrificing, not sacrificing my image, but then again sacrificing my image, because, you know, I said I wasn't going to do this gay stuff no more. Because once you go gay, it's like that name sticks with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying it's a bad thing, but it's like, once people find out that you're gay, it's going to stay with you. Whether you date guys for the rest of your life or not, they're going to be like, yeah, she's gay because she's with a girl, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that I brought that back up for her and she was still playing with me and things like that, and we were actually dating at this point, it really kind of pissed me off, you know. I'm going to get into that because, one, that's too personal, and it's a very dark side that I don't like to go back to or think about, but Bree fucked me over just as bad as Atia did. Like, when that had happened, it really did bring back a low time in my life. It really did bring me back because it just made me feel like, you know, I didn't change. I don't want to start crying. But it just made me feel like I was still in that predicament that I was in when I first started dating people that, you know, she didn't really like me, and that, you know, I wasn't as good as she said I was, you know, and I wasn't worth it. Because I'm like, you know, if all your relationships, they've been treating you bad and cheating on you and losing you for somebody else, you know, choosing somebody else over you, it just starts to make you think that you're the problem. And that's where I was at that time. It just really had me at a very low point. And it was my freshman year, y'all. It was just last year. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be up here crying. So I'm trying to stop because that's not the circumstances that we're in now. But it really does hurt to talk about it. But I'm going to move on. But I will say, and updated of now, me and Bree are happily in a relationship. We've been happy together for the past 11 months. February 25th will be our year anniversary, and like I said in the beginning, y'all, I love this girl so much. Like, I never would have thought I would find somebody, and the fact that I have really makes me happy. It's just so emotional because if y'all know what I've been through, nothing nice at all. So it just really feels good to have somebody that loves you, to have somebody who can change your ways in a good way, you know what I'm saying? Like, make you feel better about yourself, make you love yourself more. Like, that's very rare in a relationship, especially growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like, meeting somebody that you're dating in college and it, you know, they actually change you. Like, you feel like you've been together for years. And we just met a year ago, so if you guys need any advice on how to come out, you know, if you want to comment it down below, do so. If not, you can definitely email me, DM me, whatever the case, on any of my social media outlets, whatever the case may be. If you need some advice or you need somebody to talk to, I'm definitely here. I'm not going to say it's easy because it's definitely not, and every parent is different, every situation is different, you know, it's all going to be different. It's not going to be the same, it's not going to be like mine. Your parents may be okay with it, your parents may not be okay with it, but you just have to take that step and do that. You not coming out is you not being your full self, and I promise you're not going to be happy with yourself until you do so. Like if you got you're in a relationship, you're coming up on a year or 2 years or 6 months or 2 months, leave that down below and let me know, because I would definitely love to know, you guys. You know, love is in the air. So but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love y'all so much. Like I said, it's time to get me to 2K because I'm ready. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.